Jai Shri Ram. I've just invented a new hobby. Eh? Compose your own quotes. Remember, no one is an original. And I can't think of anyone. Because just like Newton said, quote unquote, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. He is confessing actually that he has taken a lot of material from others. Of course, he did not tell us who all, and perhaps he plagiarized a lot from Hindus. Well, that's a different story, and if you already know, that's very fine. Or I'll post another video some other time. So, Newton was a supreme plagiarist. Anyway, he made useful contributions. So, I believe that this is a new hobby which you can also follow. All that you have to do is to take the old proverbs, tweak them, introduce some new words into that, and polish them, make it a little poetic, and then you are ready. So, this is a nice hobby, a useful avocation, a useful divertisement or a distraction, right? I have written the meanings of these words also in this poster. On the left hand side, you can see. And these are some of my own now. The first one is, if you are rudderless, the rocks will render you toothless. Well, I leave it to your imagination to understand what I'm saying. This obviously applies to Hindus, mainly to Hindus, and generally to all humanity. Because we Hindus, under the effect of this pseudo-secularism, which was, the word secularism was thrust into our constitution in 1976 by Bharat Ratna Gandhi, Indira Gandhi. For what reason? When Ambedkar never wanted it. So, and we have kept quiet, and we are now paying heavily for that. Okay. After the government of India, the biggest landholder is the Christian church, and then the Waqf board. And we Hindus are shrinking. So, and well, we did not take precautions at that time, but at least now we must start doing something before it's too late. So, my next quote is, secularism conceals the dinosaurs. The elephant in the room, that's the idiom. The elephant in the room is an idiom which means some big problem which everybody knows but nobody wants to talk about it. So, in our country, in India, in Hindu Rashtra, we have so many elephants. We have hardly any space to breathe here, we Hindus. I can't teach Bhagavad Gita in a public place. There are so many things I want to do, but I'm not sure if I can go ahead and do that for various reasons anyway. Anyway, I'll try, that's a different thing. So, darkness conceals the hippopotamus is the original Zulu proverb. So, I modified it into secularism conceals the dinosaurs. These dinosaurs actually belong in some other era, Jurassic era, but they are still here, and they are posing as great leaders, and our law and our system seems to respect these rascals as great leaders. So, secularism, or in fact pseudo-secularism. My third quote for today is, corruption is sedition, and hang the custards publicly. That is the corollary. Well, the word custards is my euphemism for dash. So, corruption is sedition. In fact, people are able to get Aadhaar cards, passports for a few thousand rupees. And this is an activity which is clearly treasonous, and the people who do this must be publicly hanged or at least shot dead summarily. In fact, all forms of corruption is a kind of sedition. I leave it for the legal experts to explore this, and you can use your imagination too. So, it's a very serious situation. Next, the last and the most important one, I think, I love this myself now. Talk less and bulldoze more, which Yogi is already doing. The same thing must be done in Manipur also. The government should silence everyone and start following the simple rule: talk less and bulldoze more. All the opium, ganja, God knows what kind of drugs are being harvested on the hills, and all the Chinese are there, the Christian church is there, and then so many Islamic bodies are there. They have made a mess of the whole thing, and talk less and bulldoze more, I think, is the final solution. Bolo Jai Shri Ram.